Hey, so despite landing rovers on Mars and making AI that does your homework, we still don't know why some places on Earth eat lakes overnight. Here are the top 10 things that science still can't explain. Let's open up the files. There's a lake in Chile called Lago Riesco. In 2016, it pulled a disappearing act like something out of a cartoon. One day, completely full. The next, gone. The entire lake bed, empty. No flood, no earthquake. Just vanished. Scientists chalked it up to a possible sinkhole or shifting tectonic plates. But here's the kicker. There was no evidence of either. Satellite imaging didn't show unusual land shifts and no massive hole was ever found. Locals say they've seen the water slowly return and vanish again, like some kind of respiratory cycle. There are theories about underground rivers or glacial activity, but none fully check out. Maybe it's a natural trick. Or maybe the Earth just blinked. Imagine you're sitting late at night and you hear a low droning sound. No source, just a hum. Now imagine that hum follows you, even when no one else can hear it. Sounds like a horror movie plot, right? But it's real, and known as the hum. It's been reported in places like Bristol in the UK, Taos in New Mexico, and Windsor in Canada. Some say it's tinnitus. Others think it's military testing or underground machinery. But studies found that the frequency varies too much for it to be a single source. It's not psychological either. Multiple people have recorded it. And yet, science says there's no known cause. Maybe we're picking up signals we weren't meant to hear. In Centralia, Pennsylvania, fire has burned underground since 1962. Underneath the town is a coal seam that somehow caught fire and refuses to go out. Scientists expected it to burn for a few years, but it's still going. The strangest part, no one's exactly sure how it started. Some blame trash fires, others point to poorly sealed mine shafts. But what's eerie is that similar fires started in other coal towns, and they stopped. Centralia's didn't. It swallowed roads, cracked buildings, and released toxic smoke. Now the town's nearly empty. Most chilling? Estimates say it could still burn for another 250 years. Something's keeping it alive. In Oregon, there's a place called the Oregon Vortex. It's one of those locations where people swear the rules of gravity bend. Balls roll uphill. People appear to change height right in front of you. Tour guides tilt at impossible angles. It's a fun roadside stop, sure, but sensors installed by scientists also measured anomalies in the magnetic field there. Nothing that's been solidly explained. Some researchers think it's an optical illusion mixed with geology, but physics hasn't written it off entirely. It's like the laws of reality are loose. Local tribes considered it forbidden long before tourism came. Maybe they knew something we still don't. Over history, there have been reports of elephants returning to the site where one of their herd has died, sometimes decades later. House cats that suddenly vanish days before death, like they know it's coming. Dogs that howl endlessly before their owners pass away. Science calls this thanatosensitivity, a senses-based recognition of death. But there's more to it. In one hospital, therapy dogs correctly identified patients that wouldn't survive the night, multiple times. No cues, no medical data, just knowing. It's not proven, but deeply unsettling. If animals know when the end is near, the real question is, what exactly are they sensing? Some oceans glow at night. Not metaphorically, actually glow with lights that shimmer and move. This bioluminescence is caused by microscopic organisms, sure, but the phenomenon goes far beyond a few glowing plankton. Off the coast of Somalia in 1995, a satellite captured a milky sea, over 15,000 square kilometres, glowing for multiple days. No one knows what triggered that kind of mass response. It wasn't localised light, it wasn't tied to the moon, and no marine vessels in the area recalled seeing anything out of the ordinary. Scientists still study it. But here's something fun. Folklore said glowing seas meant bad omens. Maybe they were onto something. Tucked away in Antarctica is a phenomenon called the blood falls. From a crack in the Taylor Glacier, bright red water flows like open veins on the ice. It looks like a horror film in slow motion. At first, people thought it was algae. No. The colour comes from iron-rich water oxidising as it hits the air. Okay, science can explain that part, but where the water is coming from, how it stayed unfrozen for over 1 million years, and how microbes are surviving in it. Still a mystery. A sealed ecosystem, red as fresh blood, alive in the heart of nowhere. It shouldn't exist, and yet, there it is. There's a river in the Amazon that actually boils, as in it gets hot enough to cook you. Known as Chennai Timpishka, or the Boiling River, its waters reach temperatures of up to 200 degrees highs. No volcanic activity near it, no geothermal hotspot, just boiling water winding through the jungle. Locals say the spirit of the river heats it, and despite repeated studies, scientists can't figure out why or how the water gets that hot. Theories include deep earth fault lines, but none have been confirmed. It's a sacred place, and maybe, just maybe, it doesn't care if we understand it or not. Let's go back to Taos, New Mexico. People there have reported a persistent hum since the early 90s. Low, rumbling, constant. Scientists did all the things you'd expect. Measured frequencies, investigated nearby equipment, and still couldn't find a source. Here's what's creepy. People who can hear it often describe physical symptoms. Headaches, nausea, pressure. But recordings barely pick it up. It's not infrasonic, it's not electromagnetic, and it's not in people's heads. It's there, but not quite there. Which leads us to the uncomfortable possibility. Maybe our senses aren't evolved enough to fully perceive what's around us. Near Marfa, Texas, at night lights randomly appear over the desert. They blink, hover, change colour and vanish. The Marfa lights. Local legends go back to the 1800s. They're not cars, not aircraft, not satellites. Every few years, experts claim they've cracked it. Heat, reflections, etc. Then someone records a new incident that doesn't fit the model. The lights evade explanation. They appear randomly. They've been documented on film, but their behaviour doesn't match anything predictable. To this day, driving through the desert there feels like a gamble. You might just see the lights, and if you do, you won't forget them. And that's the thing, this world isn't short on mysteries. Some are charming, others feel like someone or something is messing with the rules. If you enjoyed diving into tonight's curiosities, hit that like button, subscribe, and remember we've got a fresh file for you every weeknight. Stay curious, stay weird, and take care of yourself. That was your dose of the unknown. See you in the next file. Subscribe for more of the unknown